Step in my dojo, you
Step in my dojo, you
step in my
Hey, what's up? It's ill.gates coming back with some more tips, some more free info for musicians out there trying to make the world a better place, trying to make music a better place, because I believe in music. It's a powerful tool for healing and for social change. I want to make the world better, and I want you to make the world better through your music, but I need your support. So please like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, click the little bell. If you want to share the videos with your friends, that would really mean a lot. It would help me make more free, awesome content and make the internet a better place too. So like and subscribe, and be sure to check out my producerdojo.com community. I run a great record label there. It's a thriving community by musicians, for musicians. There's all kinds of free stuff for you there too. You can get your white belt today. Start checking out Dojo TV. Start checking out the weekly download. There's a whole lot that the dojo has to offer you, and you can get in there and get down for free. So like, subscribe, click the little bell, go to producerdojo.com, get your white belt, all that good stuff, and I will be able to continue bringing more tips. Okay, so this tip is something that I wish someone told me when I was starting out. It would have made my life so much easier, and I would have gone a lot further, a lot faster, because I was getting in my own way big time when I first started. And you know what? Pretty much like 90% of producers do this. We all make it way harder for ourselves than we need to when we're starting out. And even, a lot of people who have been at it for a long time still make it really hard for themselves. So how are they making it hard for themselves? Well, because we care so much about our music, and we have strong opinions on music. A lot of the time, that kind of manifests itself by really wanting to impress people. There's a fear of what other people think, and there's a fear of being wrong that are holding you back. Okay? It's important to be passionate about your music, but that passion needs to be translated into discipline, and it needs to be translated into output. And there are many ways that that passion can turn into poison and get in the way of your output and get in the way of your discipline. Okay? So one of the big ways that it gets in the way of your output is that output comes from making a habit of making music. Okay? And to make anything a habit, you need to tap into your brain's natural tendencies. Okay? What makes you want to make a habit of something? Two things: serotonin, dopamine. Okay? If you are not getting serotonin and dopamine from your music making, you're going to just be bumming yourself out. You're going to be getting frustrated. Okay? So what gets you serotonin and dopamine? Well, making it fun, making it playful, and finishing things probably is the number one. Finishing things. That's what gives you the big dopamine hit. That's what really makes it like satisfying. It's actually finishing things. So why is it not fun, and why are we not finishing things? Well, perfectionism is a big one. Okay, perfectionism is a rationalization that many of us have for not finishing things, that comes from fear, and it comes from vanity. It's because we want to take all of the praise and dodge all of the criticism. And you can't fail if you don't finish. So there's a big payoff to leaving things unfinished, that there's this demon in the back of our mind that's like, oh, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. Right? And it might seem like you're making your music better that way, but if you talk to people who do music professionally, you don't get better by trying to make one perfect thing. You get better by finishing lots of things. You get better by finishing lots of things. And each time you finish, you get better. So put yourself on a repeating deadline. Try and finish one thing each week and try and make it fun. Okay, so what makes the process fun? Well, they don't call it playing music because it's work. Music should be enjoyable. So what makes it enjoyable? What makes it enjoyable? The biggest, most inspiring thing in any studio session is progress. Okay? Progress. Speed, momentum. When the song or the piece of art is coming together quickly, you get giddy. There's this rush. You're like, oh my gosh, this is magic. It's coming together before my very eyes. I had no idea that this was going to be the result of today. The beginning of today, I didn't have a thing. And now today, like magic, I've pulled this thing from the depths of my mind and given my dream a reality. That feels good. So why? What's stopping us from getting there? Well, it goes back again to vanity, to the fear of what people think, to the fear of being wrong. Oftentimes, we will be making something, and making music, making art, you're solving a series of problems. Okay, you're solving a series of problems. And when you're in the weeds, and you're solving these problems kind of one at a time, you're only looking at each problem individually. But a piece of art or music is greater than the sum of its parts. No one is ever going to listen to each sound individually in their song. They care about the way all of the pieces fit together. They care about the big picture. And it's only through experience, it's only through finishing a lot of things that you'll be able to understand the big picture, And if you don't finish things and you don't have that understanding of the big picture, you're going to be approaching each individual problem/solution as though it were the be all and end all of the entire process, and that you were being judged solely on that one problem. And when you are judging yourself on your solution to each individual problem, as opposed to judging the piece of art on the merit of the whole completed piece of art, when you're judging yourself, you're putting your ego, you're attaching your ego separately to each of these problems. And when the solution presents itself, you'll say to yourself, oh, well, that solution was too easy. I don't want to do the obvious thing. I don't want to just solve this problem and move on. I don't want to take the easy way, because I'm not a hack. I'm not the kind of person who takes the easy way. No, I'm fancy. I'm not like the others. So I'm going to reject the easy way. I'm going to reject the fast way. I'm going to reject the elegant solution. And instead, I'm going to come up with something more clever. I'm going to come up with something more complex, so that I can prove to others that I have merit, that I'm special, that I'm clever, that I'm better than everybody else. And you got to recognize that that is a toxic way to look at things. There are times when I look at a completed piece of art and I'm like, oh, isn't that clever? That's cool. But what impresses me is that it's finished. I am not impressed by unfinished art. You should not be impressed by unfinished art. You should keep your eye on the prize. Recognize that your job is to create first and ask questions later, after it's done. Then you can start to judge your art. But don't judge your art during the process, and don't judge yourself on each individual problem. You should solve all of the problems, complete the piece of art, and then judge that piece of art on its own merit. Don't judge yourself on the art's merit, judge the piece of art on its own merit, okay? And when your audience, most of the time when your audience is checking out a song, it's just going to come up in some Spotify playlist with a bunch of other songs. They're not even going to know that it's yours. And people have a tendency to forget your misses and only remember your hits. Just like you have a tendency to compare your half-finished first pancake to somebody else's greatest hits reel. These are natural human tendencies, but you got to recognize your audience only cares about your success, and they only judge your tracks individually on their own merit. They don't judge the individual components of the track, and they don't judge your half-finished tracks, and they don't judge your worth on the individual solutions that led to the completion of that project. So don't be so hard on yourself. Let go of that vanity. Let go of that fear. Create first, ask questions later, finish lots of tracks, and that's how you'll get better, okay? Don't make it hard for yourself. Start by making it as easy for yourself as possible. Don't be afraid of the elegant solution. Don't be afraid of the first solution that comes up. Commit, move forwards, hit the gas. We want your finished art. We want lots of it, because that's how you're going to get better and reach your potential. Don't be afraid to make it easy for yourself. We're not judging you. We're just judging your art. And no one can appreciate your art until you finish it and let it go. So don't be afraid. Don't be vain. Just create first and ask questions later. We're all dying to see where your art will take us. So hopefully these words have cleared some things up for you and have helped to liberate you from some of the fear that was holding you back, perhaps. Once again, if you appreciated anything that you've learned today, please like and subscribe for more. Click that bell if you're on YouTube, and check out the Producer Dojo, producerdojo.com. It is my passion project. It's a thriving community full of musicians just like you. It's never been easier to join. You can get your white belt today, start coming to classes, and there's a whole lot more that I have to share with you. So, yeah, welcome. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and share and comment, and check out producerdojo.com. Lots of love. Peace out.
It's like that.